Welcome to our Belle Reve virtual open house. Our connection this year, we're hoping it's strong, and welcome to second grade. So we are going to go through our presentation for you, and then if you have any questions, we will be available the night of August 31st to hopefully answer them for you.
Our team of second grade teachers this year are Miss Tozlowski, that's me. A lot of students call me Miss T, Miss Andrews, who's also in this presentation, and Mrs. Spence.
A day in the life of your second grader. We just thought it would be helpful for you to kind of see a schedule of their typical day. So we'll start our day with community circle morning meeting. Then we have writing, then a movement break, then reading. Then they have lunch and recess. We'll come in, do phonics, have special class, then read aloud and snack. So reminder to send your child with a snack. Math, science and social studies, and dismissal. And then we do have hand washing throughout the day as well.
All right, so we work hard to meet the individual needs of our students. We will meet with them one-on-one or in small groups. We also do whole class mini lessons, but a lot of our time is spent working with kids in those small groups and one-to-one to meet their needs. Please let us know if you have any questions.
So a little bit about our workshop structure for writers workshop, readers workshop, and math workshop. We'll typically have a whole group mini lesson that'll take about 10 to 15 minutes to start. And then we'll have independent work time where students have something to work on or they're applying skills that were learned in the mini lesson. And this is where we will be pulling those small groups or meeting individual needs like Ms. T was just talking about. And then we'll usually end with a whole group check-in or reflection just for those last 5 or 10 minutes.
All right, so some of our math topics that we cover this year are counting coins, telling time, skip counting, so counting by 2s, 5s, 10s. We start counting by 3s as well, so think about those multiples. Addition and subtraction facts. We start with 20, then we add it up to 30, adding and subtracting, and we go all the way up to hundreds. And again, meeting those kids' individual needs, we might go higher than that, depending on what they need. There are math games found on the second grade math website, which is on the Belle Reve website. And then you would go to the teacher websites. And then also Dreambox is a program that we will be using daily with students in class as well, which is an adaptive program, computer program that meets kids at their need level.
Reading. It is really important that your child reads just right books for them. And we will help you and your child to figure out what that is for them. We'll be doing some formative assessments at the beginning of this year and kind of finding that just right level for them and guiding them towards choosing those books. We'll be starting that next week. And then listening to your child read and reading to them are so important if you can find time to do that at home. Reading really has a positive impact on all academic areas, as well as social emotional benefits as the kids really start to learn about and relate to characters. And we just see so much growth from them as readers in second grade. It's a really special year for their reading development.
Homework. Our homework this year is just to read every night. So please make that a big rock to read with your child every single night. It's good to set up a routine, talk about the books kids are reading, and you can talk about what you're reading at home too. Share those things with your children. Read with expression and have those silly voices. Sometimes that repetitive reading will help a student grow in expression and fluency. Okay, let them see the words as you read them. So it also helps to point out words in the book, really stretch out those words that are bigger words that we see at the second grade level. They really jump in their word choice and in that development of language. This is one-on-one time together, so it's special and make it unique for your family.
So we've laid out for you kind of our priority units in each of our curricular areas. I won't sit and read all of these to you, but they're here for you to see. So you can see the district has kind of set aside units that will be priorities, and there will always be supplemental units or little things that we mix in, but these are kind of our power standards or priority units. And then just a note about science and social studies, those will alternate. So we will start with a social studies unit, and then once that's completed, we'll go to science. So if your child comes home and they're like, oh, we haven't done science, that's why.
Technology tips. So our Chromebooks are going to stay at school this year. The students are excited that they are touchscreen Chromebooks. Clever is going to be the place where it's the portal where students can access all of those applications that we use. There's Schoology, Dreambox will be there, and Epic, which we use a lot in reading as well. They do have the same login, and they're pretty good at using it. Since last year, they used it a lot. So if you have questions, please let us know.
Parent communication. So parent communication is so important to all of us. I know all the second grade teachers feel like our communication door is always open. So please always reach out to your child's teacher if you have any questions or concerns. Every Sunday or Monday, you will get this newsletter sent out to you that kind of gives you a peek at what's happening that upcoming week. So it'll have things like reminders or important dates coming up. We try and put the kids' birthdays on there as well. And then also it'll give you a little blurb about what we're learning in each subject area and also tell you the letter day. And then at the bottom, you'll see it has the special class schedule for each class. So you'll be able to know which days your child has PE or art or music.
Another way that we communicate daily with parents is in their leadership binder. It goes home each night and should come back the next day that students have school. Inside the leadership binder, there is a folder, and that folder will have a return to school side and a keep at home side. So please check the folder each night for any important papers, and also to check over their goals in their leadership binder, and just they're tracking each goal that they have. So see how they're doing and ask them questions.
So at Belle Reeve, most of you know we are a Leader in Me school. So our theme for this year, Belle Reeve Leaders Work Hard, Dream Big, and you can see each month we have kind of what we're going to be focusing on as a school.
Okay, and then another way to promote those habits at home, the first form is a form that you can use to recommend your student, something that they're doing at home or outside the home, but if they're having any of those habits that they're displaying, you can recommend your own child. In the middle is a monthly newsletter that will be sent home, and it tells one of the habits that we're focusing on for the month, and then it gives an activity that your family can do. And if you can cut across the bottom and turn that in if you complete that activity. And those will be passed out and found in that take-home folder in your binder. And I think they're probably also on the website for Belle Reeve.
Early release days. So this year we have both early release days and half days. So kind of as a way to remember and differentiate, we've been saying leader, that ER at the end can remind you that those are the early release days, which are kind of our leadership days. And on the next slide, Ms. T will tell you more about what exact times that means for your child's dismissal.
Okay, so just on a regular day, we arrive at 9:05, but the doors open at 8, dismissals at 4. Early release, so those are our leader days, and the students will focus on learning those leadership skills and have a lot of activity around that. So early release is ER, and we remember that trick by it's a leader day, and remember that dismisses at 2. If we have a half day, which they've thrown in our schedule this year as well, those dismiss at 1:05. But again, we will send reminders of those as well, and Dr. DeBosch will too.
So just some additional reminders, red t-shirt order forms came home with your child. So if you want to make sure to fill that out, if your child wants to purchase a leadership shirt, and then just any other paperwork or forms that have gone home. I know there were those yellow emergency dismissal forms. So if you haven't had a chance to fill that out, if you could send that back with your child in their leadership binder, or if you need another copy, just reach out to your child's teacher.
If you need help with technology in any way, please reach out to the technology help desk. Their phone number and website are found on here. If there's anything that we can help you with at school, just please reach out to us.
So this is exciting, our second grade service project. We are hoping to be able to do this later this year. And what we do is a used book fair. So we'll be looking for our second grade families to help stock and staff the book fair. I'm not sure if we'll actually be able to have volunteers, just it'll depend how the year goes. But if it's something, if you have old books at home or you have family members who are getting rid of older books or gently used books, you may want to start saving those or putting them to the side. And then if we're able to do this, all of the money raised from our book fair is donated to Ready Readers.
All right, thank you so much for coming. We will have a Q&A session that will go from 6:30 to 7. Sorry, Annie, do we have both of those times? 2 different times?
I think there's 2 time slots.
Okay. And one that goes from 7:15 to 7:45. If you have questions, we'll see you then on our Zoom.